Oops. Slobber. Ladies, gentlemen, welcome back to Full Circus. My name is Tristan. So happy to be here with you today. Tonight, it's late. C'est la vie. That's my fault, okay? And I'm taking accountability and responsibility. I'm not going to avoid it in the slightest. However, I would just like to say, I have so many excuses. But again, I won't use them. I'm taking the accountability. But just know, if someone were to inquire, excuse me, Tristan, what's the deal with your recent failings? So many, dude. I've got so many. Locked. I was late. Tape fell off. I was cold. Traffic. Dude, excuses at the wazoo. Ready to go, but won't use them because I'm so happy to be here with you tonight. So we're entering a new era. Mark it right now. Mark your calendars. You're too late because the day's passed. Flip the calendar. We're on the new day. This is a new time, a new era. Slowly but surely. It's not exactly like it's really like turning the page. You know, I wish it was like ending the book and getting the next book in the chapter of the series. Like, whoa, this is the new era. This is the new book. But it's like a new page, and it's like maybe a new chapter at the most. It's leading to the new book, though. We're not quite there yet, but we've completed the work like saga, the marathon. It took a lot of gumption, a lot of tenacity. I don't really know the difference between the two, but I've got them in full, and it's completed. So it's a little bit embarrassing that I didn't fix the cameras. I didn't fix the light. I didn't do the things I wanted to, and I'm starting the show late, so I guess my excuses all are for naught. But that's what excuses are for, okay? They're not even supposed to be legitimate. It's just supposed to freaking, here's this blame. Whoa, let me whoa, you know, and put it somewhere else. So it's something that I will get a better grip on, and I do want to bulk record a few of these episodes, and I think I'm going to. And I don't even know what kind of order I might do them out of, right? I might just record them and then see what happens. I don't know how topical they will be. Might be covering something that happened a while ago. I just want to record maybe like 5 or 6, okay? And then just sort of complete the set, complete the chapter, the book, and move on to the next saga. And then you could be like, whoa, how did all this come? It's like, well, I took care of it. But that's neither here nor there. It'll be happening and coming to fruition, but it all relies on me. So will it? But anyways, it's nice to be here. It's always great to be here. And I gotta tell you, dude, I find myself growing more impatient and my attention span getting even shorter by the day. I was on my phone earlier and it was a 30-second time lapse. Fast forwarded it. It's a time. They condensed 14 hours into 30 seconds of painting this beautiful canvas, putting so much work, blood, sweat, and tears, and they're crafting this thing like, really, a whole 30 seconds? I'm going to sit here and watch this? I don't even know. You know, we're trained. We're trained so much to just skip to the good parts, and I want to stop doing that, but at the moment, I can't help it. I like to think that it's not that I'm impatient, it's not that I have a short attention span, but just that I don't want to be on my phone. But I know that's not the truth because I'm just swiping, and I'm trying to find more good stuff. But what's the point? Because I'm already on something good, but I'm not even going to give it the time that it found. It found me, and I was looking for it. It found me, and I still did. I went, nah. You know? Isn't that poetic? You've been searching for something, it finally comes to you, and you feel like it's not worthy of your time because I spent so much time looking for it already. Why would I even spend the 30 seconds that it deserves? Anyways, it's just embarrassing, dude. I gotta be a time lapse, man. I can't watch a time lapse. Like how I am an impatient guy, okay, and I know that. It's something I do want to get better at. I don't know how I'm supposed to, but at the moment, it's in short. It's not in full. It's very tenacity, gumption up, impatience also up because patience is down. But it's a thing, man. It's a thing. I think my attention span is good, but I don't know. Can you be impatient and have a great, fantastic attention span? I don't know exactly for sure. It needs more testing, but at the time I'm just. So we got to work on that, man. We got to figure that out. I would like to have a great attention span, but I want something to be worthy of my attention. But was it? I don't know. I didn't spend enough time on it to figure it out. But anyways, I've realized a lot about my not attention span as much, but impatience, dude. You need to be patient in this life, okay? And I've come to the understanding that this is especially important when it comes to consuming, not just content, but products. When it comes to being a good consumer, you need to be patient, all right? I am not. All right, I don't really like to vet things out and try and do all the research and then, I gotta figure out if this is good. I don't do any of that, okay? Now, that doesn't make me an impulsive buyer. Oh, wait. No, it does. That sucks. But here's the thing. I can't stand it, all right? As soon as I want something, I just want to get it now. I don't want to spend the time to craft and figure out, this is going to be the right thing. Is this going to work with my stuff? I got to go do this, blah, blah, blah. I see it, I want it, I get it, I regret it. And that's how I live my life. I'm not proud of it, but that's the current situation we're in. I learned this recently with I went to go buy an AC unit, right? As we know, it was very hot out. It's been a cool 94 degrees outside, and it was a bit toasty in here, so I needed an emergency portable AC unit. Get a cool little breeze going. So I go online. This guy, he's got one posted, $175. Okay, it's not a great deal. It's not even a good deal. It's not even a deal, okay? But it was there. It was available. And no haggle, no negotiations, no research. I just go, what's the deal with this? Is this available? Actually, I'll come right now. And then I was on my way. I cut straight to the point, straight to the chase, and I was venturing out. Now, again, not convenient by any means. It was a cool 2 hours away. It was $175. I knew nothing about it, but I wanted it immediately, and I wanted to get a cool breeze going. So I drive all the way out there. Guy's in the driveway. He's got it all set up. Hoses are piped, and he's got all the trinkets and tickets and the manual out, like he's about to put on a presentation. And I walk up there. He goes, all right, so let me show you the first thing. And I turn it right back off. I'll take it. And he goes, what? I go, yeah. I drove 2 hours. I'll take it. He's like, look, if you want to do the presentation, you can, but I'm just saying, me driving out here, that was the sale. You don't have to do anything else. I already won. There's no more vetting. There's no, well, let me see how cool it gets. Let me see how this works. Does it make any noise? Does it make any fumes? Does it run a leak? How does the hose work? How does the duct work? Like everything out the window. Took it, loaded into my car, and that's just how I roll, dude. I don't have the patience to be a good consumer, okay? And I'm not a good vetter of products, even when it comes to myself. It's unfortunate, I'm not proud of it, but I think somewhere, like psychologically in my head, I still went, well, he did go through the trouble of setting it up. He was confident enough in his product that he was willing to show it off so that it has to work to some degree. Because my whole thing is, look, even if it doesn't work, I can't go home with nothing. I drove 2 hours to get here. Everyone goes, well, time is money. No. Time is time, and I spent that time, so I need to not waste it. I need to get something for it. So I do bring it back, and of course it doesn't work. I was completely wrong on my guess there. But you know what? You're going to have that. And that's the name of the game. Be a little bit more patient. Maybe you'll watch more time lapses. Maybe you'll get a better AC unit. Absolutely devastating, man. Devastating. But that's how my week spent. Completed the work. Got an AC unit. Got a couple of them didn't work. One of them obviously didn't. And we're cooling down as well as we can. Been wearing a lot of swim trunks. Don't know why. I think there's something about the stretchy fabric or the fact that I can just, leap into a body of water at any point. Spontaneous pool party. I'm ready. I don't really know, but they've been at the top of my drawer. I think it's because they were done last, okay, in the laundry, and I just throw them in at the top. So when you open the shorts drawer, the drawer of shorts, they're right there. And why am I going to diggle around when it's, hey, look, I need pants that are cut in half. It gets the job done. And extra breathable and absorbent. So that's kind of what my life's been like at the current time in junction. Ran out of words, looked for syllables, didn't find them. So what's going on in the world? Tons, dude. There's tons of stuff going on in the world, in fact, okay? So life's been passing me by, but not necessarily, because I've been watching it. Which I still think means, you can watch a train, it can still pass you by. But I'm on the train. I'm on the train of life, all right? And that's what I was aiming to do. I'm witnessing things. I'm being a part of it. I've been going out. I've been acquiring new knowledge and new interactions. Like the AC unit, I went to go get my muffler fixed on my car, which was just a phenomenal process. Instead of having to go and get a new muffler, a new exhaust, and have to pipe everything together and waste the money and waste the time, dude. Oh, time is valuable. Money, no issue. Time, dude. Time, it's all about time. It's about time. But I went to go do that. That actually was a wasteful time process because the guy's like, hey, 15 minutes, $60. I go, well, this is a good deal. I get there. I pull up immediately. They know I'm there for him because, you don't have the exhaust. They go, hey, Kitty. The guy's name is Kitty. You got one. We got one. Like it's Ghostbusters. We got one. And Ghostbusters 2. Or is it Ghostbusters 1? Doesn't matter. We got one. So I pull in, and it was an absolute crap, dude. It was not 15 minutes. It was not $60. In fact, it was $100 in 2 more hours. Oh! And then that guy's like, hey, I know it's been taking some time. We could do this. We could do that. It's like, just do it. Just get it done. I don't even care. But we've already spent the time. It has to be done. I'm not going back. I'm not going back without anything. And it could have been a bad. He's like, it might not work for long. Might not be a great job. I was like, hey, dude, time has been spent. All right. My motif, my way of life. Time has been spent. The exchange has occurred. I need something for it. Good or bad, right? I can live with the broken AC. It really means nothing to me. But the time, I need that back. So he did put it on. It's working for the time being. But it was a crappy wait because he's like, well, just take you to the waiting room. It's like some saloon or something. It's like a bar, but without any sort of drinks or chairs. It's like all wood, but none of it sanded, Splinters galore. It's like tetanus, but for splinters, which is just inconvenience, I suppose. I walked in there, just starts ripping all my clothes and shorts and swim trunks apart. So it was a fun little wait. But you know what? Glad to be out there. Glad to be accruing some experience. But that's pretty much, that was it. That was it for me. Finished the work. AC. I'm putting fires out left and right. They're not really going well, but I'm trying. Okay? It's like I got a faulty extinguisher in the game of life. And I'm gets a little bit hotter, but you can see the effort, right? I'm pull, aim, squeeze, sweep, and I'm trying. I'm doing all the things. Pass. I took my little fire drill, but it's going medium. It's going medium, dude, and that's how I like to describe my life. Everyone's like, "Hey, how's it going?" It's going great, liar. It's going medium. It's not going bad. It's going medium, and that's how I'm going to approach conversation. But what else is going on in the world? The biggest thing I'd say this week is that whole astronomer. I always thought it was like an astronomer or is like astrology. I wasn't even sure. Okay, but I guess it's some sort of business. I don't even know. But the guy, the CEO, cheating on his wife at a Coldplay concert. That's all over the world with the HR people. And there's not much more to say about it. It's been covered entirely. But that's what everybody cares about. And you know what? Good for them. Very unfortunate for the wife and the husband and whoever else got cheated on. But it's nice when people are, it's not nice when people are disloyal, okay? And they're not faithful to their partners. And they get called out for it. And a lot of people are going, hey, man, this guy shouldn't lose his job. He shouldn't be reprimanded. He shouldn't be getting a stern talking to because of what he does outside of work. Well, here's the dealio, Buster. Look, I would want to do work with somebody. That's the person that you told your whole family, all your friends, and the Lord, never again, that you were like, hey, this is my person, and then you go and cheat on them. You have no allegiance to anybody. Okay, you're going to go make a deal with that guy? I don't think so. Especially the time that it takes to put up a wedding, dude. I don't care if the bride's great or not. But if I took all the 9 months or however long it takes to set up a wedding, dude, by the time I get to the I do's, I'm like, I got cold feet, but the time, man. The time. And to throw all that away, dude, that's what's really grinding my gears more than anything. And yes, unfaithful. That sucks. It's rude. It's not. You're not a good business partner. You're not a good businessman, and that's not okay. And I feel for the family. But the time, man, he threw it all away for what? The jumbotron. Why? It's a rough shot. I will say that it's kind of like bringing the world together. If you've seen the recent jumbotrons, every little sports game and event where a true, happy couple are actually caught, and they do the little, oh no. If he would have just played it off, if he was a real pro, if he was a real pro scumbag, he probably would be like, hey, this is me, I'm just going to own it. But they got all skittish and scared. So it wasn't going great. It wasn't going bad. It was going medium, but then it went bad. Is there anything else to say about that? Not necessarily. There's games being made out of it. It's called the Coldplay Canoodler. You need to scan and find people. What is the word, dude? There's a word. It's not infertile, but it's infidelity. Oh my gosh. I kept trying to figure out what that word was, and I was like, I don't want to accidentally say infertile, but as soon as I said it, it's like it was like a clogged drain where I had my vocabulary's deep, guys, trust me. But sometimes the wrong words at the top, and like, it's infidelity. I'm like, no, it's for all the words. Now I know them all, dude. Letters, vowels, I put them together. Anything else? I mean, there's tons more. I'm just trying to figure out when I say anything else, it's a complete facade. I know what I want to do. I'm just buying time. For who? Me. I love time. I'm trying to get more of it. So, beautiful segue. Yeah, there's also been this big whole thing in recent movie news, which, by the way, Happy Gilmore 2 comes out today. I should be watching it right now, hopefully. I hope we're doing a family thing. No one's communicated with me about it. I don't want to watch it alone. I'll do what I must, though. But super excited. Go watch that. Review it big time, okay? Because comedy movies, they're honestly hard to come by. There's not a lot of comedies being done. Comedy is kind of put into a lot of movies. We have stuff like the superheroes and the Marvels, and there's comedy infused throughout action movies and such. But there's not a lot of just classic, straight comedy movies anymore, and certainly not any bangers. So I hope it's really well done, and even if it's not, review it well. Anyways, back to movie news. They're making this live action The Legend of Zelda movie, and I don't know why they're making it live action. The game has been animated. It's never been lifelike. It's a weird time to be like, hey, we're going to change this and make it live action now because this is what people are not used to. It's like making the Madden movie, but deciding to make it 3D animated, which they're not doing. But if they made that in the style of Frozen, it's just John Madden going, well, it's 4th and 1. But anyways, they're coming out with this movie. It's a big deal. I hope it's great. And there's a huge uproar, okay, because of... It's the problem with fan casting. They do this a lot with superheroes and all kinds of movies where people, the movie's coming out, which again, I don't like any of this stuff. I don't like when you announce the game's coming out. I don't like you announce when the movie's coming out. It's the excitement fun for the quick little, it's freaking, but then you got to wait and you got to sit there and is it actually? When is it? You're only wasting say it with me, class, my time. Now I got to thinking about it. Now this is on my back burner. Now this is consuming my attention, which it should be spent watching the time lapses. But now I can't finish it because you announced your project too early. Hey, shh, segue and a rhyme. You're welcome. But you come out with these things, and people have these big fan casts of these characters. Who we want to play this, and who we wanted this, and it gains traction. People think this is going to be great. This looks like this person's going to be so cool, and then ultimately, they're not chosen, okay, because people are just picking whoever, and it never happens the way you think it will. And then everyone's, oh, this sucks. This isn't the person I want that I've been thinking about for the past 3 years because you announced the movie too early. So they announced this movie a while ago, and everyone's thinking about who's going to be Zelda. What's this movie going to look like? And it's very unfortunate because this unknown young woman got cast. And the whole fan casts, everybody's been talking about Elon's kid, I guess because they had a photo as kind of like Zelda's hair or something. So now everybody's up in a roar and fuming and hot and angry. And now this young lady who just got cast she's not getting any. I mean, this is like a life-changing role. This is huge, and no one. I don't even remember what her name is because all the discourse is going around about other stuff. It's just a whole big thing, man. Everybody's always freaking out about stuff. Everybody's always, wasting time. I don't know if there's anything else to say about that except for, you just got to give the audience less control, I think. And that sounds bad, but honestly, I think it sounds right. How quick I changed my mind. Proposal? This sounds bad. That was the building falling over because I'm wishy-washy. My morals were up and they're back down. I don't know. I think there's so much input, which is fine in some things, but when that's the problem with social media, I think in a lot of ways, is that there's so much input and everyone's going to give their ideas, and you're ultimately always disappointed and you're always let down because you're not in the room where it happens. So everyone's like, this isn't what we wanted. Like, just and sometimes people are like the CEOs, the big bosses, they feel like they have to tailor things and fit the story to the way that it needs to be. I feel like art should just have the freedom to make it exactly as it is and put it out. And that's a beautiful sentiment. That's what art is supposed to be in the first place. We don't need this collaborative process with the audience. Just, hey, build it and they'll come and they might hate it. They might stomp it on the ground, but it's better than building it up with them and then them still stomping it on the ground. At least you can say, hey, I did this on my own. I think. I don't know. Questioning my thoughts again. We'll figure it out later. Also, another big thing in the news was, I guess, Stephen Colbert. I don't know how you say his name. His show, I guess, it's got like one more year left. It's getting canceled. And I don't know what to believe because there's always conflicting headlines. It's the same, everything, dude. I can't read. No, everything has a conflicting take. Everyone's saying that the show is getting canceled because Trump said put an end to it, which it's on ABC or CBS. I don't even know. I have no idea. But then everyone else is saying, well, it was because it lost $41 million, and that's the reason they're canceling because you're losing money. Now, I don't know what's true. I don't think it really matters because on one hand, if it is true that he was losing money, nobody has any allegiance. Whether, I don't know what channel it's on. Let's say ABC. If it is ABC, no one has any political allegiance when it comes to money. All right. If ABC is like, hey, you guys love Trump, you're making money, win. Hey, you guys are hating Trump and we're making money, a win. No matter what you do, as long as the stacks go up, we're on your side. We love it. But when it goes down, we don't. But on that side, it makes sense. And then on the other side, if Trump did cancel it, well, actually, that's really lame, but also he has so much more to worry about because I didn't realize that the other thing that people were in uproar about was the whole Epstein files and list and stuff like that, where that's I don't even know where I'm going with this, but just in terms of political, that's why I feel so weird about political stuff, is nothing changes, dude. Everything is always exactly as it is. There's little minute things that you might get pushed, and then the next guy comes in and pulls it right back, and then everything that people campaign for in the first place, Biden's whole proposal, I wasn't on board with it, but to cancel student debt, because that money's got to go somewhere. But you know what? It would have saved me some time. That didn't work out. I filled out all the stuff. I didn't get anything off there. And then Trump campaigns for the Epstein. Yeah, well, we're going to cancel it. We're going to find these guys. There's a lot of bad people out there. We're not one of them, but we're going to get them. And now you vote him in. He's like, actually, it doesn't exist. Don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't know why you hear these so many things about this. So the whole shtick, all the voting, it's all, I don't even know. I feel like I'm just complaining, but I feel like I'm making sense, but I don't know if I'm saying the right words in the order to do it, It's like the point is there, but I'm like rounding it and nonsense. But it's just a whole big hullabaloo. So hopefully if they keep Colbert Show on, it's good. If not, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm more upset about the time it takes. Oh, dude, speaking of another fail, I'll give you another fail. So the Browns, and this was another thing. I hate to, look, it sounds like I'm making a bit just to keep it on the time circle, But this was another big waste of time by the Cleveland Browns, which I love. But they announced this whole big campaign. New helmet design reveal in X amount of days. There's a whole ticking clock. It's supposed to be beautiful and sweet. It's presented by Dude Wipes, which is also ironic in the first place that the Browns are sponsored by Wet Wipes. Okay, I mean, it's kind of right on the brown nose. So pretty tragic. And then they do this whole thing. It doesn't even go that well. It doesn't even look that good. And the photographer fell off of the platform while he's taking a photo of the new helmet unveiling. And then it came out that it was fake again because they just wanted more traction to get more stuff. And luckily I didn't spend that much time watching the video because it was more than 9 seconds. So I actually found out later that it was fake. I didn't even know anyone fell in. I was like, oh, helmet, click off, done. You know, and like, well, there was a photographer. Where? He fell in. Who? Don't even, you know. But it was just a huge, dude. They spend so much time with these big things just to build more and more traction, to get more and more clicks, and it takes more and more time. And as we've established, I'm not on board with that. Okay. And I think that's the bottom line. Whether we cover Zelda, whether we cover the freaking astronomy guy, or the mufflers, or AC, or Colbert Show, or Dude Wipes, all of it. If you're wasting my time, not even if you're wasting my time, if you're just using it, I need something in return. You can waste my time all you want, but I need something, okay? So I guess not a waste, in exchange, all right? Don't just spend it willy-nilly, okay? I got time here, but I need something back. Doesn't have to be good. Doesn't have to be bad. Does need to be medium. And look at that, a freaking full circle. So anyways, guys, I think that's pretty much all I had to say about it. And I'm going to get a crack on fixing up the set, shaping up. I do have some pieces. Just so you know, I wasn't completely dilly-dallying. I was just dillying. There was no dallying. Or maybe it was the other way around. I can't remember. Was I dallying and then I didn't dilly? Or maybe I just dilled out? I don't know for sure, but I know that I wasn't 1,000% productive, and that's for someone else to take blame for because I'm not holding it. And I got some pieces. I've got a lot of things coming. There's a lot of things building. It's getting really cool. It's getting really good. Will you see it? Not yet. And will you see it next week? No, because I'm going to mass produce them. I'm going to record these episodes and then turn page, turn chapter, turn book, bookend, back in the shelf, new book. Whoa. Does this even pick off where the last one is? It's exciting. Anyways, guys, it is 2 a.m., but I'm happy to be here with you regardless. And I hope you're happy to be here with me. Go watch Happy Gilmore. If there's anything else I'm forgetting, don't worry about it, because if I can't remember, then surely you can, because you can't see my notes. And guys, I love you! Mostly. I don't know where I'm doing this thing right now. I'm floundering. I'm looking for something to say, but I don't know what it is. And that's how I like to, there's just no way for me to close the show with confidence. I feel like that's the conclusion I've come to. And I'm going to stop it right now because even if I don't know, I don't want to waste your time. Beautiful segue. I'm out. I love you.